Okay, let's be honest. We've all seen it. Maybe it's your desk I'm talking about right now. You know the one. Piles of paper, books flung open, pens scattered everywhere, a coffee mug from this morning or, maybe yesterday. The classic messy desk. And you know exactly what people think when they see it.
But what if all that judgment is, well, just wrong? We're going to tackle a really old myth today. For, forever, we've been told that a neat desk means success and a cluttered desk means you're a mess. But is that really the whole story?
I mean, this is the big question, right? Does a messy desk automatically mean a messy mind? It feels so intuitive to just look at a chaotic desk and think, wow, that person's brain must be just as jumbled. It just seems to make sense.
And here's the classic saying that sums it all up. A tidy desk, a tidy mind. You've heard it, I've heard it from parents, teachers, probably a boss or two. It's like the #1 rule in the productivity handbook. The logic is super simple. If your desk is clean, your brain must be clean too.
Okay, but here's where we flip the script. What if that pile of papers isn't a sign of a scattered brain at all? What if it's actually the sign of a super active, super creative one? It turns out psychology is starting to suggest that for a lot of people, what looks like a mess to us is actually a highly sophisticated, totally personalized system. So let's take a look inside the mind, shall we? We're going to peel back the layers here. Because what we see as just random clutter, it might actually be the physical footprint of a brain that's working overtime. It's not chaos, it's just a totally different kind of order. And here's the key idea. For some minds, the physical world is basically an extension of their internal thoughts. Their desk isn't just a desk, it's like a 3D workspace for their brain. Every single thing on it, every pile, it's all part of an active thought process. It's not just junk, it's a physical to-do list, a literal map of their ideas.
So how does this secret filing system you can't see even work? Well, it all comes down to two really powerful tools our brains have. We all have them, but some people use them in a totally unique way to stay organized.
First, you've got visual cues. You see that book sitting on the corner of the desk? It's not just clutter, it's a reminder. Hey, look into this idea. That article on top of a stack of papers? That's a trigger for the project that's due on Friday. Every object is a mental shortcut, a little breadcrumb that brings an idea rushing back. And all of this is powered by something called spatial memory. Think of it as your brain's own internal GPS. It's how you just know that the important report is, in that stack, about halfway down, right next to the blue folder. There are no labels, no file names, but your brain it knows the location, it knows the context, it knows what it means. So let's compare these two ways to organize. On one side, you have rigid filing. The classic manila folders, the label maker, everything is hidden away, which means you have to remember the exact category, find the right drawer, then the right folder. It can be slow. But then you have spatial piling. Everything's out in the open. It relies on those visual cues we talked about and that amazing spatial memory. It's often way faster and way more intuitive to find what you're looking for. But this isn't just about finding stuff faster. This is the really cool part. That mess, that disorder, can actually be creative fuel. It's not a bug, it's a feature. And for some of the most creative minds, it's the most important feature. So let's talk about the creative, messy mindset. A messy desk is often a sign of a really active, engaged mind. These are people who use the physical world around them to sort out their thoughts. They prioritize the actual experience of their work, the thinking, the creating, over the boring task of cleaning up. And that disorder, it can lead to these amazing, unexpected connections, like a random report touches a book and suddenly, boom, a brand new idea is born. It's literally fuel for creativity.
So what's the big takeaway here? It's time to totally redefine your workspace, or at least how you think about it. There's no one-size-fits-all answer for what makes a good workspace. It's not about how it looks, it's about what works for you.
Look, the real priority isn't tidiness, it's creativity and progress. That's the goal of any workspace, right? To help you do great work. So hey, if a super clean, minimalist desk helps you focus, that's awesome. But if a more lived-in desk full of all those visual cues and piles is what helps you come up with big ideas, that's just as good. It's all about the result, not how pretty it looks. So the next time you see a messy desk, maybe it's your coworkers, maybe it's your own, just pause for a second. Don't jump to the old conclusions. Ask yourself this: is it chaos? Or is it just creativity in progress? Are you looking at a mess? Or are you maybe seeing a beautiful, complicated, and amazing creative mind hard at work?